Before I launch into the exercise and the tools to help you in your quest to discover that most elusive of creatures, your business hedgehog, I recommend that you check out Jim Collins, the author of Good to Great, his website. In there you'll find videos, audio clips, articles and tools that you'll find very, very helpful as you pursue this exercise of becoming a great company. In one of his documents in there called Discussion Guide, Jim asks 4 questions I think are important. The first one he asks, how long on average do you think it took for these great companies to identify their hedgehog? And what implication does that have for you as you do the exercise? Well, the answer is it took years, a long, long time. It was a journey and more than a destination. Once they got there and they had that clarity, it became the singular focus of the organization, but it was a journey that took a long time. I think that I've made the point before and I make it again. I think that the planning process, the thinking process, the intellectual effort of raising your dominoes, of identifying your passion, your talent, and your economic driver, it's that effort that brings the clarity and focus. It doesn't come on its own like this. It is the effort that you put in that helps you formulate your thinking and change your thinking in ways perhaps that you never imagined possible. His second question, you'll know my answer to this very, very quickly. Second question is should each subunit, each business subunit and each individual have a hedgehog, or can they have a hedgehog? Well, my answer clearly is yes, they should, and yes, they can. In fact, I find it hard to understand how a business can articulate a hedgehog without the individuals, the key individuals, having gone through the process themselves and understanding what their own hedgehog is. I think Jim probably agrees with him, because his third question he asks is, are you engaged in work that fits your own hedgehog, your own 3 circles? So he asks the question, are you doing what you're passionate about? Are you doing what you're genetically encoded for? Are you doing what pays really, really well? And then he asks a couple other questions. Do you need to change? Are you in the right seat? Do you change seats? And he asks another really interesting question. He asks, which of the 3 circles do you find hardest to get right, and why? My own personal experience has been, I find it hard to get the 3rd circle right, the monetization. I know what my passion is, I know what my talent is. Find the business model, find the economic driver has been a big, big challenge. Equally, if I do sort of have half a notion of what it is, staying on track has been as big a challenge. I find the 20-mile march sometimes very, very difficult, especially when economic opportunities presented to me and staring me in the face. But this is what great companies do. They don't get distracted. They're like the hedgehog. They maintain that singular focus. They don't get distracted, and they build on their strengths. They build on their talent, they build on their passions, they build on their economic driver. And his 4th question, Jim Collins' 4th question is, which do you think is more important? Having a goal to be the best at something, or realizing what you can be best at and can't be best at? I think that by now you will all agree that the latter is the correct answer. Understanding where you really can be best and building your business around that is the key to greatness.